LayJ. We're back for another episode, and this one is episode number
7.
and it's called
Operation Big Hair Blues.
Operation Big Hair Blues. You actually have a book called The Little Agent and the Big Hair Blues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me about the Big Hair Blues. What is the Big Hair Blues?
It's every Sunday I get my hair done.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like getting my hair done because I'm tender-headed and it hurts sometimes. But I've been getting better. So I don't like Big Hair Blues Day though.
Okay, but you have such long, pretty hair.
I know.
And you don't like getting it done? No? And so why is this a kid problem?
Because I feel like other kids might be tender-headed too and wondering if they're the only ones. But they're not. Because I'm tender-headed too.
Okay.
And so is my little sister.
Okay. And so what is tender-headed? What does that mean?
It means like you don't like it makes your head hurt when you cry, and it makes your head hurt and you don't like getting your hair done. Like I don't like getting my hair done. And sometimes it affects my eczema.
Okay.
Because it makes me itchy and sweaty and stuff.
Okay. So I think because you get so upset, it makes your eczema itchy?
Yeah.
Okay. You do scratch
a lot
when you get upset with your hair. Another thing is that even when you were a baby, you had like eczema with your scalp.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Do I still?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes that's why we have to make sure we wash your hair so much because it gets like
flaky.
Not flaky, but your eczema starts to like flare up and it just causes your hair to do crazy stuff. So we gotta make sure we wash it and keep it nice and clean. Yeah. And that could have something to do with you being tender-headed too, because I think your sister has eczema as well. Okay. So what else do you want to talk about with Big Hair Blues Day?
Big Hair Blues Day? Why is Big Hair Blues Day on Sunday?
So I typically do your hair on Sundays because it's you getting ready for the week. Sunday is technically the beginning of the week. And so having your hair braided, or all of your siblings and you guys' hair braided before the week starts really helps. So I do it on Sunday so it's nice and fresh, and then we just, go about the week and it's all good.
It makes my hair look crispy.
Crispy? That's the word we're going to use? Crispy?
Fresh.
Fresh? Okay, we can go fresh. But you don't like getting your hair done, but you like how it looks after.
Yeah. I would literally suck up all the tears and be like, I never cried.
But you did. You've gotten better though, I must say. You don't cry as much. You just be like, ow, oh,
Because it hurts. Like the big comb, he's mean. And the little comb, his little brother, he's mean too.
They are not mean.
They are mean. You've never met them.
So what's the worst part? Getting it washed, getting it detangled.
I like getting it washed.
You like getting it washed?
Yeah, because sometimes you massage it and stuff, and it feels really good. And then sometimes we get a piece of candy afterwards. But I like getting my hair washed and then seeing how I like the beginning and the end. I don't like anything in between.
So what's the worst in the middle? So getting it detangled, getting it braided, or the parting part? What part is the worst?
Can I pick two?
No. You can rank them. You can rank them. So like the
first, getting it detangled. Second, getting it parted. Third, getting it braided doesn't hurt that much. Like I don't mind getting it braided. So third is braided. First, absolutely detangling.
Okay. So do you like the detangling brush or the comb?
Detangling brush.
You like the detangling brush over the comb?
Yes.
Why?
Because the brush, the brush, he's like smooth. He doesn't hurt as much. Like it doesn't hurt my head as much because it's not like pulling my head back. Like when you use the comb. When you use the comb, he's like, yeah.
Oh, I do not. Yeah.
Sometimes you, yeah.
No, I don't. I comb it from the bottom, and I go up.
And the farther you go up, I start yeah-ing.
Oh my goodness. But the brush, you can't really, you do the ends, and then you have to, go all the way through.
Yeah,
and you're saying that is better.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Sometimes if I'm not already fussy, sometimes it's actually kind of calming when I'm not fussy.
Okay.
Like if I had a bad hair wash, then I start getting a little fussy and angry.
And why do you have a bad hair wash?
We don't talk about bad hair
Oh,
wash
we're going to
days.
talk about it. You have the bad hair washes because you don't take your braids all the way out.
I did this time. You can't even say I didn't this time.
You did better this time, but when you don't take your braids all the way out,
it hurts.
It hurts because I'm washing it and then it gets more tangled because it gets wet.
I don't like it.
Exactly. Okay. And so the parting. You think parting hurts?
Yeah, because like you're literally picking up pieces of hair as you go down, and then you have to.
It's only if it's not all the way detangled. Because if you're crying while I'm detangling it, I can't detangle it all the way. So then when I go to part it, I have to get the tangle out.
I know. Actually, the parting this time wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the parting this time, especially since it was already there.
Lord. Okay. So what about beads?
Oh, I like beads.
You like beads?
I like beads.
Okay. What age do you think like beads should not be worn? Or do you think beads are for any age?
Beads are like, in my opinion, I'm 10 years old and wearing beads. Like, I think beads are for every age.
I've worn them here and there. And girls wear them, like older girls wear them.
They do?
Oh. But they probably wear like more solid colors instead of like a mix and different things like that. But
I wear mixies.
You do wear mixies.
I like wearing mixes.
Okay. So what's your favorite color beads?
Purple, gold, and clear.
Okay. What's your favorite hairstyle?
My favorite hairstyle? I like it when I have like long braids and I can like whip them. I don't know why.
When you can whip them?
Yeah. Like when I had those twists, like all those little twists that took you forever. That took you a long time to do.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
So you like that?
Yeah, I like those. I would never want it to take that long again. But yeah. I like that. That was long. That was like that style took us like 2 days to finish. Because remember, we had started.
They were small.
Yeah, they were small, like itty bitty ones. But because you had started late in the afternoon the day before, and then the day after we started in the morning.
Okay, yeah, that style was long. That's probably why you haven't gotten it again.
Never again. If they were bigger, I wouldn't mind. Like how you sometimes twist the end of my hair out, like those. If you had them similar, small, a little smaller than that, but I wouldn't mind having that type of style again.
Okay.
Never that long again, but sure.
Okay.
My favorite style is, those type of styles.
Okay. So you don't like quick styles? So sometimes we do quick styles where it's just like 30 minutes.
Literally 30 minutes on the dot.
So do you like quick styles or do you like longer styles?
I like quick and long. I like mid styles.
Mid? Why?
Because I feel like I like getting mid styles because I feel like you do different things and the zigzags and the pieces, stuff doesn't hurt that much because you go a little slower and you don't have to try to be so quick. Like, I like mid styles, but you're still being a little quick at the same time. I didn't mind that.
Okay. So what questions do you have?
Who did I get tender-headed from?
I think your daddy is tender-headed. Because I'm not.
Absolutely not.
I'm not tender-headed at all.
Literally, you do it on yourself, and I'm like, how does that not hurt you?
It doesn't hurt.
It's the way it looks in my eyes, it looks brutal.
No. But daddy is tender-headed, you're tender-headed, and Ashlyn's tender-headed. TJ and I, we're not.
You just chill.
Next question. What you got?
Why aren't you tender-headed? Well, was anybody in your family tender-headed?
No. But really, I think growing up, well, I think now it's a little easier. But when we were growing up, you really couldn't be tender-headed because it didn't matter if you were tender-headed, you were getting your hair done. So.
Did you ever hide from getting your hair done? Or do you know anybody who did?
No, but we weren't able to say, oh, I'm tender-headed, it hurts. You better sit here and get it done or it's not getting done. So, we didn't have that luxury, ma'am.
And I do? I don't do that when I get my hair straightened. Like I don't.
Yes, you do.
That was only because the iron is hot.
You know, you got more complaints than anyone I know.
But the iron, if it gets too close, it hurts.
It does. And then you'd be like, ooh, I look so pretty.
Especially that one time for the dance.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
I look like a pretty princess. But anyways, how long do you think hairstyles are allowed to stay in?
I think it depends. It depends on the type of hairstyle. Because our hair frizzes a lot. So
Definitely.
it depends on how small we do it, the products that we add. And then like some girls get like crochets where they like put the hair in and like tie it and then like braid their hair down, or like they wear wigs, or some women get tracks where it's just like sewed in. So it really depends, but it depends on the style. It depends on how much your hair grows. It depends on how small it is. So there's a lot of factors that go into that, and it depends on if your hair was cleaned before, how often you need to wash your hair, like if it gets stinky or stuff. It depends on your activities. So if you're going swimming or if you're sweating a lot.
If you're swimming, you need to wear a swim cap.
Swim caps. Yeah, so it really depends. So styles can vary.
Oh, why does straighten hair, if it gets wet, then it's over for your hair?
So that depends on your hair texture. So there are people that have looser curl patterns, and then they get more curly. And so if you have a curlier hair pattern and it's natural, so that means there's no product, like no perms or anything in it.
Do we have natural stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
And so we have it that way. Then when you add moisture to it, it curls up.
Deep.
Mm-hmm.
When curl patterns, what does curl patterns mean?
So there are like straight. I think it goes from straight to like very coily. So it starts out where the hair is just very straight, and then it goes to like wavy, and then it goes to like deep wave, and then it goes to like curly, and then from curly it like goes and goes and goes to being thicker and more coarse and coily. So where it's very, very tight. The coils are very, very tight.
Is that how you get tangles? If your hair texture is very, very coily and tight and thick?
No. So anyone can get tangles.
Oh.
It depends on what you do with your hair. So like if your hair has been in braids for a long time, it can grow, and the extra pieces can like grow around it, around your braids, and then it'll just be very difficult to take out, and it'll be tangled. And then even if your hair is wavy, it can still get tangled, especially if you have product in it and the hair starts to like matte. So it really doesn't have anything in particular to do with the curl pattern. It's about your maintenance of your hair.
You know how every person has like a different type of hair? Like why is that important for there to be different types of hair? Why can't everybody just have the same hair?
Because everyone's not the same. So typically hair runs in the family. So like people with really, really straight hair, usually their family has really, really straight hair too. And then people with very, very coily hair, their family usually has very, very coily hair too. That's why TJ's hair is very, very, very like wavy and not necessarily coily.
He has really nice hair.
Yeah, he does. And so do you. But his hair is looser because Papa's hair was looser. And then part of Mommy's hair is very loose too. And then we have like a little bit more curly, which is you and Ashlyn. And even the color of you guys' hair, like your hair isn't like dark brown. You and Ashlyn have sandy brown. So like you have like blonde little strands all in your hair. And TJ has blonde and like red streaks in his hair. You guys get that from your dad. And
we get the blonde.
Yeah, the blonde and the red, you guys get that from your dad's side.
And then we get the browns from your side?
I mean, Dad has brownish brown hair too, but Also from like your great grandparents, because they have that color. Just like your eyes, you get those from your great grandparents. All of your great grandmas have those eyes, and great grandpas have those eyes.
Dang. So mine go back a bunch of years.
Yes. So it's about your genetics. Determine your hair color, your hair texture, your curl pattern, all of that type of stuff. And then it also goes with how you take care of your hair too. So you can like make sure your hair stays detangled and different things like that. And it helps with your hair maintenance.
It's like, why do people's hair change color?
Again, it has to do with genetics, just like your eyes. Sometimes your eyes change colors. And like me, I used to have brown hair.
You did?
Yeah, once upon a time.
I would have never guessed.
And then after, I mean, it's turning back brown again now. But after I had you, my hair turned jet black.
Oh.
And then after I had the twins, it started getting more brown. And so now it's getting browner again. And I'm like, okay, I'm going back
to normal.
Going back to normal a little bit. And then when you start getting older or have stress, then you start getting gray hair, like Daddy and I.
I would have never guessed we had gray hair.
Yes, I have a couple of strands of gray.
Oh no.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
Why do people even get gray hair? Like, how does stress cause gray hair?
They're wisdom streaks. Streaks of wisdom.
You're so smart.
Girl, next question.
So when I get older, my hair will change colors? Or?
You're going to get gray eventually.
I don't want to turn gray.
But gray isn't bad.
It's not?
No, I think gray hair is beautiful. Because when you see it on older women, you see how elegant they look with their gray hair. And you see all the wisdom that they have. Especially like when it's just all gray. And it just looks really nice, I think. But a lot of people dye it. They dye it back, or people dye their hair all the time. Why? To change it different colors and just for a new look.
Isn't that bad for their hair or bad for them?
It depends. It really depends. I think in recent years, businesses have done a good job or been mandated to release the risk of adding stuff to your hair and different things like that. So I think it really depends on the ingredients that are in the products that you're using, and just being careful for what you're picking and what you're putting in your hair. But that has to do with everything from deodorant to the food you eat to lotions to toothpaste. So you just really have to be intentional on what you're using, because that potential for something bad to be in it is always there for everything that you're not making at home.
Yeah, I see why your gray streaks are coming in. You're very wise.
I'm getting very wise. My gray streaks are getting long, girl.
Why do ladies when they add hair to their braids? Why do they do that?
So some people add hair to their braids because they want their hair to look longer, or they want a longer style. Some styles look better when they're longer. And then like I like adding hair because it my hair gets frizzy really quick. And when I add hair, it helps the style last a little bit longer. It gives me like an extra week.
So, with your styles, what's the average time that you keep them in? Because I know you like changing up your styles all the time.
I do, because I braid my own. I can do that. Now, if I paid for it, I probably would leave them in a little bit longer, maybe.
You don't have to pay for anybody to do it.
I don't have to pay anybody, so I don't really leave my hair in long. If it's like just 2 braids, it may stay in for like 2 or 3 days. But if I get like box braids, I may do like 2 weeks. If I get like the locks, then I may do a month. So it really depends on the style that I'm doing. And once it starts getting frizzy, I don't like it anymore, so I take it out. The first sign of frizz, I take it out. And if it starts to itch, I take it out. I don't leave my hair in long. Yeah. And then a lot of times when I add hair, it really irritates my scalp. So I'm not tender-headed, but my scalp is very sensitive. So I usually will take it out because it'll start to make my scalp hurt.
Angry?
Yeah, it'll make it hurt.
So it's not itchy, it gets angry?
Yeah, like it hurts.
Oh. So what is fake hair made of?
So there's different types. Excuse me. There's different types. You can get like kalankalon, which is like a it's like a, I want to say it's more like plasticky. And then you can go all the way up to human hair. Now, don't ask me where they get the human hair from, but it's implied that they get it from people. But yeah, you can go all the way from kalankalon, which is plasticky, to human hair. Or they even have like human synthetic, so it has like more human properties to it. And yeah, it really depends.
Which one do we use? Do we use kalankalon?
We use different types. So sometimes we use a mixed one. Sometimes we can use kalankalon. Sometimes, you know, it really depends on the style.
Oh.
And the human hair is it's more expensive, a lot more expensive.
It is?
Yeah.
Why do people use it then?
Because it looks natural.
Oh, wow.
And theoretically, it will be better too, a better grade.
When you who taught you how to braid, or why'd you want to start braiding your own hair instead of going to someone?
So my mom used to braid my hair all the time, and then as I got older, I kind of taught myself how to do it, and then I just started doing it myself. And when I got to college, well, even in high school, I was doing my own hair, but when I got to college, I was broke. I mean, I worked, but I didn't have any money to go anywhere to get my hair done, so I just used to do it myself. And then,
did anybody ever ask you to do your hair to do their hair in college?
Yeah, I had people ask me to do their hair.
Did you do it?
I've done a couple people's hair before. And then when I had you, I had to learn how to do yours.
Because mine was so small.
And then I just took off from there. So now I do everyone's hair. And
sometimes even daddy's.
Yeah, sometimes.
And his looks really nice.
Yeah, so really, it's just something that I learned how to do and just took off with it.
And then you taught me, and then can I teach Ashlyn?
You can teach Ashlyn.
And yes. Ashlyn can teach her Ashlyn.
Sure.
I actually want to teach her how to braid. I remember you tried to teach Daddy how to braid.
Well, she knows how to plait now.
She does?
I taught her how to plait it. And how to make a little ponytail, so.
Oh, nice! She learned way earlier than I did.
Yeah, you couldn't get the...
I couldn't get the...
Yeah, it's fine. You know how to do it now.
Yeah.
So.
I still can't get the, holding on to the scalp part.
The cornrows, the braids.
Yeah. How does it stick to the scalp without going out?
So when you're braiding it, you're like picking up more hair as you're going down, and so you're keeping it on the scalp. Now, if you don't hold it tight enough, it'll be loose and it can wiggle, and it's not gonna last very long. So you like hold it tight and you like braid it down, you know. And yeah.
Is that why?
Like, where's your mannequin? Or grab your doll. Okay, so when you do it, you're like grabbing.
I did a really nice ponytail.
You did do a very nice ponytail.
Thank you.
Okay. So you like make a little part, you know. Can you see this? You like make a little part.
I can get something for you to sit up on.
Yeah, it's fine. And so you separate it into three little pieces. See? 1, 2, 3.
She's teaching us, guys.
And then you like hold it tight at the top, and pull it through. You're making sure you're detangling. You know.
If it's.
And then you see how I'm like picking it up as I'm going. Picking it up.
So.
Picking it up.
Why do you need to pick up more hair? Why can't you use the ones that you have?
Because if I only use the ones I have and don't pick up any more, then I'm going to have a plait and not a braid.
Ah.
So you see how I'm moving. If I stay, and I'll do one like you're asking, okay? So you see how I'm like picking it up, making sure the part is clean. And
I'm probably going to keep this in because that looks nice. Is doing that hard? Is there like a...
Not once you know what you're doing, it's not hard.
Is there like a terminal name for it?
Okay, so you said, now if I only used what I had and didn't move, this part got mixed in. If I only had what I have and didn't grab anymore, you see, it would just be a plait. Because I'm only using what I have.
I know
and
how
it's
to
not
plait.
it's not sticking to the scalp. See?
Ta-da! I told you, she's a genius.
So, yeah, that's what you do.
Huh? So, plaiting and doing what? That looks nice.
Yeah. Oh, let me put her. Ooh, I just gave your Barbie a style, girl.
She's going to the ball later
She got
today.
a little braid in the front.
She's going to the ball later. She's
Get
gonna
her
be
little bun. Ooh, puff her bun up. Oh, look at that girl with her little plaid in the front, her little bun. Okay, but yeah,
she's beautiful.
Yeah. So you have to like grab hair as you're going, so that you can like move on the scalp. If you just plait it, you're gonna move, but you're not gonna be connected to the scalp.
So braiding hair is not as hard as it seems.
It's not as hard as it seems. But don't get me wrong, when I first started braiding your hair, it was okay. It wasn't like great. And then because I used to braid underhanded.
Oh, you braided it underhand?
Yeah, I braided underhand, and so it was like the nice looking part was on the inside. And so I had to learn how to flip it. And so now it looks like that.
It was on the inside. It was like a pancake.
Yeah. It was like that looks good, but yeah.
So why don't you braid like this?
So when you're on the scalp, you braid over, but then once you get to, if you're adding hair in, once you get off of the scalp, then you like braid it under so that you can tuck. So you're like hiding the hair so that it blends in. So you braid it under so that the hair, the person's hair, is being tucked underneath inside the braid. So you braid like this at first, and then you get to the bottom, and then you braid like tuck, 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 tuck. What else you got for me?
Well, you know how you said earlier, ladies get hair, like they cover up their hair and they get stuff done to it. Why do they do that?
It's a style. So
have you ever had that?
Like a wig?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to wear a wig.
Why?
Because when I was in middle school, this lady was wearing a wig, and this boy ran up and snatched her wig off. And she was bald underneath it.
Oh,
and
no.
He ran off with this lady's wig. And I am forever scarred, and I refuse to wear a wig because you're not going to snatch my wig off. I'm sorry. No.
Would you be mad if one of the twins did it in public?
Yeah, and they're liable to do that, especially CJ. So no, I will not wear a wig.
Especially if he sees hair underneath it, he'll be like, "What? Something's not right here."
Yes. So no, I don't want to wear a wig. Tracks. I've never worn tracks. I don't even think I tried a crochet one time. I did it, and it just did not. It turned into like an afro thing, and it was just crazy looking. And so I never did that again. And it hurt. It was really, really tight. I think I braided my hair too tight. And so it was very uncomfortable. So no, the most I may do is just like a feed-in braids, and or like box braids or something like that. But
with box braids, why do you have to like knot the hair at the top and then braid it?
You don't have to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's easier to just knot it at the top and just keep going, because with knotless, because my hair frizzes so much, knotless doesn't last as long for me. When I do it and add hair at the top and has a little like knot at the top, it lasts longer for me. So I don't.
Would you ever want to do knot in box braids on me or on one of us?
I've done them before on you, but I don't do them like small because I don't feel like it's age appropriate at a certain point. So I'll do them big for you, but I don't do them small.
Small is for like probably 18 and older.
No, I'll probably do them smaller for you when you get in high school, maybe. But for now,
I'm not gonna be in high school anytime soon.
Yeah, so
I still have
for
like
now,
another 9 years.
No, you don't have another 9 years. Probably got like another like 4.
Ooh.
What's up?
For a minute, you know how my birthday's coming up.
Yes.
Do you have a special hairstyle planned?
Do you have a special hairstyle that you want?
I'll get back to you in 2 weeks.
All right, let me know. And then you always have a special hairstyle, so.
Like for my last birthday, I got a special hairstyle that I love.
For every birthday, you get a special hairstyle that you love.
Every birthday, it's become a tradition.
Yes. All right.
It's a tradition in our family.
Yes. So what else you got for me?
Who came up with braids and dreadlocks, and who came up with all that different stuff?
It's a cultural thing. For instance, cornrows and braids and stuff, those were used during slavery. So the women used to put slave routes to get away in their braids, and that was something that they used. And then
so they would like touch their heads and follow the root.
I mean, they didn't have to touch it. They probably could look at it and, So a lot of things have a cultural relevance. So.
Huh.
All right. What else you got for me? All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. So what tips do you have for getting through Big Hair Blues Day?
Getting through Big Hair Blues Day? Make sure that your hair is definitely taken out all the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Yes.
Ooh, I will never, ever not take out my braids again.
Okay. And what else?
Make sure you wash your hair really well. Like, make sure you get all the nooks and crannies and stuff.
Okay. And that's it? Or you got another one?
I have one more.
Okay.
Make sure your hair is always well taken care of, well conditioned, and
moisturized?
Yeah.
All right. So we had make sure you take your hair all the way out.
Yes.
Make sure you wash it very well.
Yes.
And make sure you do good hair maintenance to make sure that your scalp is oiled and your hair is moisturized.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to help you get through Big Hair Blues Day?
I think so.
All right.
I sure hope so.
I hope so too. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for episode number 7. Operation Big Hair Blues.
Peace out. Come on a journey with me, LayJ, as we solve all of our kid problems.